thought it would be fun today to take you on a behind-the-scenes look at my branding photo shoot I did last week with my friend Meg. And I thought we could also talk about, one, what is a branded photo shoot? Two, what's the financial investment? And three, what does that process look like? And four, most importantly, is should you do a branded photo shoot? And why did I choose to do one for myself? I'm Lisa, and welcome to my Cozy Mystery AuthorTube channel, where we talk about all things related to cozy mysteries and the author writing life. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Monday, and I do extra videos just randomly because I can't help myself, so make sure to hit the bell so you get notifications when new videos go live. So let's do a little behind the scenes look at my photo shoot. It was an all-day photo shoot, and it's pretty quick, so let's take a look. All right, I'm getting a late start. It is 7:30. I was supposed to be at Van's place by 7:30, so let's get going. So first of all, what is a branded photo shoot? Now, this is only the third photo shoot I've ever had done. The first one I did with Eder when I first moved to San Diego and decided to do an online business. I really had no idea what I was doing, and it was much more of a fitness photo shoot because I was doing fitness coaching at the time. And I just picked a photographer that was a wedding photographer that did amazing photos, and he said yes, and he scoped out all the locations for me. He found me the makeup artist. I mean, he was amazing, and it was a really great experience, and I loved all of those photos. However, it's been almost 4 years later, and I have no photos that really match my branding or my colors, and so that's why I decided to do a branded photo shoot with Meg, and those are really more focused on making sure that you have a cohesive look and feel, which really wasn't important. I shouldn't say wasn't as important back then 4 years ago, or maybe I just didn't know it. Instagram wasn't even really a thing. I mean, it was around, but no one was on it like they are now. And you didn't really have to worry about curating a feed. Like right now, when you go to someone's Instagram account, you should know instantly like who they are, what they're about, what they're selling, and have a good vibe and feeling on whether or not you would like to connect with that person if they are a business. And right now, you really can't do that with my brand because I'm just all over the place. And so that's why I decided to do a branded photo shoot. Now, a third type of photo shoot is a boudoir diva like photo shoot, and that I'm just going to admit it right now. I had no idea what I was doing when I first started my author business. In fact, I probably still have no clue what I'm doing. But for some reason, in my mind, I thought because I'm writing erotic romance that I should have sexy erotic romance pictures. Like, in theory, I for some reason thought if you are writing that type of material, then you as the author should also be that kind of person because that's what readers are looking for. And that is 1,000% not true. Like, no one expects the author to be like the characters in their books or had that look and feel. And so I had done a photo shoot over at Bad Kitty. I'd found a Groupon online. It's an all women run boudoir photo studio, and they were so amazing and so wonderful and so nice. I had a great experience. The only thing is I tried putting those on my website. It just kind of looked silly and it was kind of weird. So that was like probably the biggest mistake I've ever made in my author career. So I basically had those photos just to have them. And I know what you're thinking, did you give them to your boyfriend? I'm pretty sure like he could care less about the photos. I don't think he even looked at them. So they're just sitting on a hard drive somewhere. So that was fun, but not at all useful for business, in case you were ever wondering that. I'm probably the only person in the whole world who ever even made that mistake. But those were the different photo shoots that I had. So what is the financial investment? It really depends on a couple different things. One, obviously the experience and the photographer and how many, assistants they have and how many locations you're going to, how many wardrobe changes you have, and how long you're doing the photo shoot, right? So with Meg, I did an all-day photo shoot. It also depends on how much you're investing in that photo shoot. Like, for example, are you just paying for that one photo shoot, or are you doing like 2 photo shoots? So with Meg, she had a special going on last year, and I invested in 2 photo shoots with her, so 2 all-day ones. And I don't know if she wants me to say her pricing, but I will say it was more than $1,000, less than $5,000. So that's how much the photo shoot with Meg costs. You can definitely reach out to her for pricing, because I know she is changing it for this year. But to get a really good photographer like Meg, you will have to invest, I would say, at least $1,000 for even a half day or a full day or anything like that of a branded type of photo shoot. And so let's just talk about the process, because she actually had a really great process. So for Meg, I think because we were friends, I was like, oh, it'll just be like, I'll just show up and we'll just kind of hang out, right? But she was actually very professional. She treated me like I don't want to say a stranger client, but she pretended like, we weren't really friends, and she like sent me all the things that you need to do to a new client, right? And so, she sent me a couple different documents. They were really great too. She had a branded photo shoot styling guide that had a lot of different pictures in here from her different shoots and different looks that you could do and different props. So she has like thought everything out for the branding. She also sent me a how to feel confident on camera, which had a lot of different tips on it, on different themes, how to plan out your shoot, different props that you could use. I mean, it's really professionally done. It looks really nice. Like, if I was making a workbook, I'm not even sure I could make something as nice as this. And I do that for a living over on my other business. And then we had a consult meeting. So that we did do. She just came over to my house and we hung out. But we went through all the different kind of photos I wanted and my brand and the look and feel. And it was more challenging because I had 2 brands I was trying to do photo shoots for. So the first one was the Pretty Fabulous Designs, which is my graphic design business. And then the second one was this brand, which is the Lisa Latte author brand. And so that was a bit of a challenge. Although what I did try to do is do the same color scheme. So Pretty Fabulous is more of a rose gold and silver, and the Lisa Latte brand is more of hot pink and like a light pink. So in theory, they're kind of the same shades of colors. So some of the photos should be interchangeable. And then she also sent me a photo shoot prep checklist on what to pack, what to do the day before, as well as a photo brand map, I guess it's what it's called. But it was actually really great. So for each different location we were going to, what looks I wanted, what clothes I was going to wear, and what else did it have? I think it had other information that was very important on it. So that like helps give you a sense of like, this person is very organized. This is how our day is going to run. And she actually found that really beautiful venue where we did the photos on Peerspace. So if you're in New York, you can also find spaces on Breather. I think it's in Seattle and DC as well. So there's a lot of great spaces that you can do photos at. I mean, my apartment is not conducive to photos, and not that I don't love my apartment, but it's a rental. And so I can't change things how I want. I have yellow walls. I have like brown carpeting. And I don't want to sound like ungrateful, like I hate it. It just isn't conducive to like the brand colors that I have. I mean, if I had yellow and brown as my brand photos, this would be a great location. Plus it had better lighting. I think that's really important for photos as well, because I have a light ring right now when I'm filming videos, but I'm just in one location, and it is just not the same when you do photos. Natural light is always going to just look better. So that was also something in there. So that's basically the whole process. And then you saw the clip of the day, and of course things happened. We got a late start, and so that just kind of pushed everything back. But Meg is a saint. She just kind of rolled with it. She kept her energy high. She was peppy and positive all day long, which I was not as peppy. Like my day, I'm like one of those people that like it's hard for me to recover. And so in the morning, because we had a late start, it was really hard for me to recover the rest of the day. So I'm grateful to Meg for being so positive and cheery all day to like keep that energy up. And then probably, what was the other thing I was going to tell you? Whether or not you should do a branding photo shoot and why I did. So there's a lot of people out there that right now that are saying like, you don't need photos and you don't need to do branded things. And, that's personal choice. And, I think that a lot of people who are saying that, I mean, I shouldn't even guess on why, they do other things for their brand. And maybe they don't do photo shoots, but I promise you they're doing something to have a cohesive brand, to say the same messaging. And, maybe photos just aren't their thing. And that's fine. But I wouldn't listen to that advice if you really want to do a branded photo shoot. So for me, I think photos are really important. I do graphic design, and I am trying to show people who have never met me ever before. They just happen to land on my website, like who I am and like my personality, and try to get that know, like, and trust factor going in just a couple seconds. And I think if I were to take the photos myself, I could not achieve that same thing. Like even right now, as we're doing this video, the sun is setting. I look totally different now than I did at the beginning of the photo or of this video. So I think it's harder for you to do that yourself. Now, if you are a photographer, I know there is Lauren Lane is a great example. She is a very successful contemporary romance author. And we were talking about photos, and I said, your photos look so great. What did you do? And she's like, I just, my husband just takes them for me. And Lauren is a professional graphic designer as her background, and she does marketing. And her husband, I would imagine, is a very good photographer. So, everybody's situation is different, and I wouldn't base your decision on whether or not to do a branded photo shoot based on just a random statement from someone who's like, well, I sold 1 million books and I don't have any professional photos. Well, that's great for you. And, that doesn't mean that it will fit for your brand. You should just do what you're comfortable with. And you should not feel bad at all about getting branded photos or for posing for photos or anything else like that, because they do look really great online. And a lot of photos, even though you're trying to look natural, it's hard to capture that. And so if you have a really good photographer, they can try to capture that authentic, inner personality that is you. And that is what you would want to show to the whole world anyway, whether or not that is a branded photo, it's one that your significant other or your friend took of you, it's something that you want to help share with the world so that you can connect with other people, which is, I think, the reason that all of us are going online. So if it's something that will help you to get further towards your goal, then you should go ahead and do that. So I hope that made sense. All right. Let me know if you have any questions about branded photo shoots. I will leave all of Meg's contact information below. And I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. And remember, if you are thinking about creating an author business, whether that is a part-time as an author, or you'd like to do a creative entrepreneur thing where you are making a lot of money working for yourself so that you can just have more time to write, then I will be going through the author business plan, like how to create an author business plan this week. That will be Wednesday, I'm looking at a calendar, January 15th at noon. So if you're interested, make sure to sign up below, and I will talk to you guys then, or I'll talk to you next week on Monday. Bye.